Hi everyone, Mario Quintero here once again with the One Stop Shop produced by Mario's Home News for all your mortgage and real estate needs. Today we have a good friend of mine and networking partner, Carlos Ribero of NextMedia, who stopped by here today to talk to us about a very important topic about social media, digital marketing, and video. So thank you for stopping by, Carlos.
Thanks for having me, Mario. And I got to say that you are ahead of the game, my friend, when it comes to digital and social media marketing. I speak with a lot of companies, and the fact that you're doing something like this is really great, really great. And I know you do a lot of other things as well. So.
Well, this is one that, I get to bring in our referral partners that we network with out there at different events. And it's our way of sharing the people that we know with our audience, because our audience might need your services. You never know who's out there watching that may very well need your services. And we see that as a value that we're bringing to our audience. So,
appreciate it.
Well, let's get started. Why should businesses have a presence on digital and social media?
Well, I heard a fact the other day, Mario, that really just floored me. It's almost unbelievable. But this year, 2019, digital media, what is spent on digital media will surpass what is spent on traditional media. So think about that.
Wow.
We're talking about traditional media like television, radio, newspaper, magazines, mailouts. It's going to outdo all that. And who knew we'd ever be here?
That's amazing.
But here we are.
That's amazing. So where is a good place to start for a business owner or someone who wants to get their message out there? Where's the best place to start?
Yeah, I always like to start with kind of like what I call either the headquarters or the new calling card, which is the website. Nowadays, when you meet somebody, a lot of times during the conversation, they'll ask you, well, what's your website address? I'd like to know more about your company. And I actually have talked to people who don't have a website yet. Really, everybody should have a website. And now it's not enough to have just a website. You have to have a really good website with great content that adds value to people who go visit you. So that's a good place to start.
Great. So what's the single thing you would do on a digital and social media if you could only do one thing as a business owner?
Okay. Let's say you can't do a website. Websites can be expensive depending on the bells and whistles you want. Nowadays, they're a lot more affordable than, say, even 3-4 years ago. That being said, reviews, I would say, are incredibly important. Why? Because 95% of people go online to search for local businesses. Of those people, 91%, I think it is, look at reviews. Of those people, over 70% look at multiple reviews. So you want to have reviews, you want to have good reviews, obviously, and we happen to have a product that helps you get reviews from people who you do business with, and there's two great things on this service. One is that if your review is below 4 stars, that review is not posted to Google or Facebook or Yelp. It comes to you, so you can get ahead of it. Or me if you choose me to handle it for you. The other great thing is that the good reviews are automatically posted to Facebook and your website if you so do choose. So those are two huge advantages. Plus you get other bells and whistles like a QR code where you can put a QR code on your sales receipt, on a table tent, for example, if you have a restaurant, and people can just scan and review you right there. So reviews, if you could only do one thing, get reviews. They help you with your Google rankings.
Okay. So I know we're going to talk about a lot of different things here today, and so far you've shared some real good information. If our viewers want to get in touch with you for a consultation, what is the best phone number for them to reach you?
Sure. You can reach me at 305-607-7300.
Okay. What are some misconceptions about digital and social media marketing or common mistakes that people make?
Okay, one of the most common mistakes is going for the sale too quickly. So let's think about this for a minute. Even in a networking face-to-face setting, you're not going to be closing the minute you speak with somebody. It's difficult. You have to get to know that person first. You have to have a relationship. If it's tough in person to do that, which it is, it's challenging. Imagine on digital media. It takes that much more effort. So what do? Instead of going in for the sale right away, you tell stories. And it's more important that you tell stories than sell stuff. It's more about the stories you tell than the products you sell. So you tell stories. Through those stories, you talk about your company, you let the consumer know that you know their pain points, and you put out content to solve those pain points. Over time, you'll be seen as the authority and the expert, and that's when people will come to you and ask you for business to help them with their businesses.
Very interesting. You know, over the last week, as I had, we were going to do this last week, and I've been really sick under the weather for about 7 days,
Yeah.
and you know, it's very easily to get off this wagon of social media. I almost convinced myself, you know what, I've done enough videos already, maybe I don't need to do this anymore. And while I was sick and not feeling well, that was my attitude. My attitude was like, you know what, I just want to get well, I'll get back to work and we're good. And then all of a sudden over the weekend, I was like, you know what, I need to get back on this immediately because I've invested too much time and effort on a lot of content over the last year to all of a sudden just stop.
Yeah.
But it is a discipline, consistency, and the content has to be something that people are going to be able to use. That's what I've gathered from it.
No, you're spot on. Consistency is very important because what happens is, Mario, people come to expect to see your videos and whatever content you put out there. So they're waiting for it. And once you stop, I don't know if you got emails asking, but I do this for a lot of different clients. And there was one particular client that said, you know, I'm not sure this is working for me. I don't want to do it anymore. So after just a few days, we were bombarded with direct messages on Instagram saying, hey, where are those clever posts you guys put out and this and that. So consistency is definitely critical and staying on it, very critical. It is challenging. You've got a business to run. You've got deals to close. You've got contracts to negotiate. And that's why I exist, Mario, is we help people, business people, solopreneurs, small companies, medium-sized companies who really don't have the resources to deal with this, don't have the resources to learn about this because there is a learning curve. That's where we help.
Good stuff. How do you personally feel about SEOs? I don't even know what SEO means, but I know it's about ranking on the
Right.
For websites.
Yeah, it's funny that you said it that way because I was having a conversation once with a potential client, and about halfway into the conversation, he said, "What's SEO? Can you tell me what that is?" So here I am rambling about SEO. He didn't even know what it was. It's search engine optimization. It's exactly what Mario said. It's techniques used on your website, on the front end, on the back end of the website, and really outside of your website to make you more attractive to Google and to Bing, to Yahoo, so that you rank higher. There's techniques you use. It's the way you write things out, the way you even tag photos, and then outside, the name of the game is getting links from sites to your site because that helps your ranking as well. And that's it in a very succinct and simple way. It takes a lot of work.
Okay. So can you talk to us about Facebook ads? There's a lot of talk about there. You see them all over Facebook. I know I'm being chased all the time with different products that I search for. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Facebook, I'm a big believer in Facebook. Run a lot of campaigns for a lot of different clients. Works very well. Works extremely well. Now, there are a lot of moving parts. You have to know what you're doing. You really do. But it has so many advantages, starting with the who. The who meaning you can really target your ads to fit perfectly into the consumer you're trying to market to. That's probably the biggest advantage of Facebook. There are other things too. For example, the other thing is that when I say Facebook, I'm saying Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram. When you run a campaign on Facebook, what happens is you can select to run it on Instagram and feeds and Instagram stories and Facebook stories. So you have a lot of different options to hit people in different touch points. So that's really it in a nutshell. Also, it's also very good for remarketing or retargeting, which is people that perform certain actions. So let's say they go to your website. Well, that means they have some level of interest. So what happens is you serve up a different ad to them. And I don't know if you've ever looked at a pair of, just to say something, a pair of shoes online, and those shoes and other pairs of shoes chase you all day long, or maybe for several days.
Yeah.
That's what remarketing is.
Got it. So, Carlos, as we wind up our referral partner shoot today, if our viewers want to get in touch with you and NextMedia to have a consultation, what is the best number for them to reach?
Sure. I'd love to help small business owners. You can reach me at 305-607-7300.
So, Carlos, thanks for stopping by our little humble studio here.
Yeah, it's a great studio.
At the one-stop shop produced by marioshomenews.com for all your mortgage and real estate needs. We appreciate the info. And folks, give Carlos a call. He's the real deal. Not one of those Mickey Mouse people that's in their pajamas trying to reach and get some business for you. But give him a call and see what he's got to do about helping your business. Carlos,
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.